welcome folks to the broadcast. We're at Diddle Arena for tonight's second game of the 4th Region Tournament. The Dragons of Warren Central will take on the Scotties of Glasgow High School. And we're kind of rushed in this pregame. We had some technical difficulties. We're going to give you starting lineups for the Scotties. The senior guard, Parker Cash, number 4. Number 5, senior guard, Quentin Ellis. Number 12, senior forward, LaJuan Smith. Senior center, number 15, Hunter Bowles. And senior forward, number 20, Jalen Sublett. That's for the Scotties. Along for the 5 for Warren Central, Donovan Hosel, number 0, senior guard. Sophomore forward, number 13, Byron Carver. Number 20, senior guard, Norman Johnson Jr. Junior guard, number 22, Nathaniel Walker. And senior forward, number 34, Andre Bledsoe. And we got that out of the way. This is Sean King along tonight. I got my main man.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you talking probably.
Okay, here we go. There's Jim Cummings. Jim, thanks for sitting in. The Scotties win the toss. They get it down in the paint early. To Smith, kicks it out for 3. Hit the front of the rim, no good. Donovan Hosel will come down with it for the Dragons. And here we go. Donovan has it right side, puts a dribble down. Lost it. They're going to get him for a travel. A little bit of bump right there, but no call, Jim.
Yeah, it looks like they bodied him up pretty good there, but they called him for the walk, so Glasgow ball. A nice steal. Nice back tip right there.
Nay Walker goes all the way in for the layup. 2-0 Dragons. Parker Cash gets across the timeline. Goes all the way into Carver. They're going to get the charge on Cash. I tell you what, I think we got a break there because Carver was backing up already before the contact ever happened, but the charge goes against Cash. You know, in the first meeting, Jim, Parker Cash had 31. Had a heck of a night.
Yeah, he shot a lot of free throws in that game for sure.
Yes, he did. Nay Walker has it left side. Guarded out there by Sublett. Gets around him. Here's a long 3. Good. They're going to call it a 2. Man, I thought that was a 3.
They call that a 2.
4-0 Dragons. Ellis breaks the pressure. Hands it off to Hunter Bowles. Missed the shot. Knocked around. Andre Bledsoe come down with it for the Dragons. Johnson has it up to Walker. Down inside to Carver. Puts 2 dribbles down. A spin. No good. The rebound will go.
Looks like it's going to be Central ball.
Bledsoe.
No, he called it for Glasgow.
Well, they called it Central's ball, and he must have changed his mind. Bledsoe had it, and it got knocked away. The Scotties, here they come with Ellis. He's quite a player right there, Quentin Ellis.
You'd like to see Nate Walker getting an early start here, Sean. That helps our offense a whole lot.
They're going to throw that one away, Jim.
Another turnover for Glasgow.
The turnover will give it back to the Dragons. 4-0 Warren Central. We're just about 2 minutes in. We're on the campus of Western Kentucky University, Diddle Arena, for this 4th region matchup between the Dragons and the Scotties. Johnson just lost it. Ellis rips it out of there. Here comes the Scotties on the move. Gets into the paint, lays it up, draws the foul, and hits the shot. Nathaniel Walker, the junior guard, will pick up the foul for the Dragons. The bucket was good by Ellis, and he will shoot 1. Ball in the air. Good. 4-3, Warren Central. Norman Johnson will walk it up for the Dragons. Off to Walker, guarded by Cash. He'll back off of him a little. Over to Donovan Hosel. Gets by one man, over to Walker, long 3. Good. Boy, Nay is coming out ripping. He's got all the points. All 7 for number 22.
Right now, I believe it's Nate Walker 7, Glasgow 3. Now he didn't score in that last game that we played at Glasgow, so it's nice to see him to get started here early.
Yeah, you're right about that. The foul was on Andre Bledsoe, a little push. That'll be the team's second foul, Andre's first. So we got one on Walker and one on Bledsoe, and one on Glasgow. On Cash with the charge. Dump it down into Bowles. Carver, well, that was straight up defense right there. I don't agree with that call at all. Carver was straight up in the air, and they're going to get him for the personal. That was really nice defense, and Coach Unsel is over discussing that call right now.
For the night side, I'd like to see Byron just stand in there and let him run over, because I think the Bulls kid will do that. You know, he's a very aggressive player, so Byron might just need to stand in there and let him run over top of him one time.
You may be right. Second shot up and in. 7-4, Dragons lead by 3 here in the early going of the first quarter. We're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Like I said, 7-4 Dragons. Donovan kicks it off to Walker, long three. No good. Nice strong rebound down there. That's a good rebound.
Yeah, he's a very athletic kid.
They're going to get a second one on Carver. I tell you, that's a tough ball. You know, he's standing.
I didn't see that one, Sean. He just had his hands up. And
well, he's standing in there, and he initiated all the contact. I think sometimes the big guys get a bad rap down there.
Yeah, that's a tough foul there.
Well, we got Chris Porter Bunton checking in his first action, along with Rondell Green and Ryan Talent for the Dragons. Second shot up and good.
Nice stroke.
7-6 Dragons. Rondell Green gets it up to Donovan Hosel. Back to Rondell. On the red towel. Still has his dribble alive. Kicks over to Walker. Down the corner to Bunton. Skips it to Walker out front. Over to Rondell. In the right corner to Donovan. Puts a couple dribbles down. He may have doubled.
Well, that could have maybe been double dribble there, but
looked like he went to pick it up and lost it. Oh, nice pass by Rondell. Skips it to Bunton. Over to Walker for three. No good. Parker Cash with the rebound for the Scotties. I think we're settling too much now on some threes. Down into Hunter Bowles. No,
good
nice
job,
block.
Ryan Talent.
Ryan Talent with the block. Here goes Rondell all the way in.
We're going to have a foul.
He's going to draw the foul.
It's going to be on Ellis, it looks like. That's his first, team second.
Rondell Green will be at the line shooting two. Missed the first one, Jim. Here's the second one for Rondell. Up and in. 8-6 Dragons, right at the 4-minute mark.
That's a nice block last time on the defensive end for Ryan Talent. Glad to see him get that.
Oh,
there you go, moving screen.
Absolutely, right in front of us. That's going to go against number 20.
Referee standing right here in front of us and called that one, Sean.
Hey, we got Drake Riley in. His first action.
Jacob Hall also came in on that last dead ball situation there, Sean.
All right, Rondell over to Drake Riley, up to Porter Bunton, back to Rondell. Breaks the pressure of the Scotties. They're showing a lot of ball pressure. Let's see if we can get a back door right here. Jacob Hall goes in, missed the shot. Hunter Bowles pulls down the rebound. Out to number 22 here, Steely Harris, the junior guard. Back to Ellis, guarded by Jacob Hall. Kicks it over to Cash, back to Steely. Ellis with a little one-hander up and in, and we're all tied up at 8. That's his 5th point. It's 8-8, all knotted up. Porter Bunton has it, right side. Over to Rondell. To Jacob Hall. He's going to go in. Oh, lays it off to Ryan Talent. Was Jacob Hall around the back.
That was a nice pass. Ryan Talent was a little bit too far to the bucket to probably lay up there nice, but.
Wow, that's 2 fouls now on Quentin Ellis. That could be big for the Scotties. Ryan Talent will be at the line shooting 2. The junior forward. Ball in the air. Good. 9-8 Dragons. 2:49 to go here in the first quarter.
Mr. Ellis is having to take a seat, which we Dragon fans don't mind.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's a heck of a ball player.
Yes, he is.
Second shot for Talent up and missed it, rattled out of there. Bowles comes down with it. Look at here, Drake Riley with a little thievery. Picks the pass off. And Jacob Hall lost it. It's going to go off Glasgow. They'll stay with the Dragons. A nice steal by the senior, Drake Riley. All right, who we got inbound? And Rondell Green to inbound looking. Gets it into Porter Bunton. He's going to go upward. Got his own rebound, put it back up, missed. Hunter Bowles with the board.
Just couldn't get it to fall.
Parker Cash on the move, lays it up, no good. He's going to draw a foul.
Yeah, I was going to say, those situations, though, right there, instead of just putting our hands up and keep going backwards, we're going to have to just stand in there and take a charge. Because I think that's why Chris got the foul. Is he put his hands up, but he was still running with him.
The first shot for Cash up and in. We're all knotted up at 9-9. 2:25 to go here in the first quarter from EA Diddle Arena. Well, Jim, what do you think about the first game tonight? The Purples were able to come back and defeat the Lakers of Russell County. It's a good game.
It was a good game.
Second shot for Cash, up and in.
I think Bowling Green's depth ended up being the difference in that game.
Norman Johnson has it. Takes a jumper right to free throw line, up and in.
That's Norman's game right there.
The pull-up J went for Norman Johnson. 11-10 Dragons. They break the pressure. Harris lost the ball. Norman has it. Taps it over to Porter Bunton. Here comes the Dragons. So, he tried to skip pass across court, airmailed it over Drake Riley. That's hard to do. You know, Drake's about 6'3" now.
Yes.
The errant pass by Chris Porter Bunton gives a turnover back to the Scotties. Here comes Steely Harris. Over to Cash. We're going to get a bucket. Good. The foul's on Drake Riley. Tried to set up for the charge. They got him with the block. Norris, the sophomore forward, got the shot to go. He'll be rewarded with one free throw. 12-11 Scotties, a minute 48 to go, first quarter. Norris, short, but he got it to roll in. Must be living right, Jim. 13.
Well, right now is the time we need to be making a run while we got Ellis on the bench, but got to give Glasgow, they got a lot of seniors on their team, so you got to give them some credit.
We're approaching the minute 30 mark here in the first quarter. Almost a steal, and it was. Dragons got it back to get it to Andre Bledsoe, and Andre's going to walk with it. The turnover will give it back to the Scotties. Ryan Talent will return. Who's going out? Porter Bunton will take a seat. The Scotties will inbound. They get it to Parker Cash. A minute 20 to go. First quarter, 13-11. Parker Cash breaks the press. Back to Harris, long three. Short, Ryan Talent with a beautiful rebound.
There we go.
We finally get the foul called. He had about 1 of 4 to pick from.
That maybe could have been called 2 times before that.
Smith gets whistled for it.
We need to stop this run. We need to score a bucket here.
13-11. Scotty's lead by 2. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Norman dribbling on the red towel of Western Kentucky. And Donovan hadn't scored yet for us. There's Norman. Down in the left corner, there's a kick by Cash. It'll stay with the Dragons. Yeah, we got to get Donovan Hosel.
I don't think Donovan's even had a shot yet tonight, Sean.
Well, he tried early on the first possession for us and got whistled for the travel. They've played pretty good D on him so far. Ooh, man, almost a steal right there by Norris. There's a jumper, up and in.
Good call, Sean. That's a good call.
13 all, 25 seconds to go, first quarter. Steely Harris gets it up to Norris.
There we go. Good job. See, I think we can do that all night because they're very aggressive to the bucket. I think we can take a lot of charges if we'll just stand in there and do it.
You're right about that. That charge is on LaJuan Smith, the senior forward, pick up his second foul. Both teams have 6 fouls, so we're going to be early bonus time here the rest of the way in this first half for both teams. Johnson's going to hold it for the last shot. 13 all. 7 seconds. They hand it off to Bledsoe. He's in trouble, and he travels with it. That's 2 travels on Andre.
That's a little unusual for him. He seems a little rattled.
Very unusual.
You can tell a few of the nerves already tonight. You know, same thing with Chris Porter-Bunton. I think a couple of his turnovers were just nerves right now. Hopefully everybody will settle down and be ready to roll here the second quarter.
Well, barring a bucket by Glasgow, we have nothing solved. It's 13 up. And Cash has lost it out of bounds.
Well, let's see if we can get a shot off now, Sean.
To drag it. Well, here we go. We got the Mad Bomber, Drake Riley, coming in.
And Nate Walker coming in, too.
Both of them can shoot.
Got 2 3-point shooters coming in, so good move by Coach Unsel.
Let's see if we can get it into one of them. We got plenty of time. There's the jumper, up and in. Donovan Hosel scores the last 4 for the Dragons, and we take a 2-point lead. 1 quarter complete here from EA Diddle Arena. Warren Central leads 15-13 over Glasgow. Back in a moment. All right, welcome back to EA Diddle Arena. Second quarter again underway, and the Dragons get the ball first. 15-13 Warren Central. Nate Walker over to Riley. 1 dribble, kicks into Donovan, a little jumper, up and in. 6 straight points by the senior Donovan Hosel. The Dragons up the ante to 4, 17-13. Harris has it, back to Ellis. Down the corner to Hunter Bowles. Skips it over to Parker Cash. Goes into the paint, lays it up, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it off the glass for 2. Johnson has it, finds Walker. Back to Johnson, skips it to Riley. Over to Norman. Long 3, no good. Bounced around. Donovan tipped it. Cash comes down with it, gets it to Ellis. Ellis on the left side, kicks in the corner to Harris, down in the Bowles. Good strong move, up and in. Just like that, Jim, we're all tied up, 17 up.
That's a good strong move by the big guy.
I don't know who he's even throwing to. Norman airmailed that one. Too many turnovers here in the early going.
You know, I can understand that a little bit out of a couple of the young guys that's been in, but, you know, when you got a senior guard that's played some minutes, you know, the last couple of years, you know.
Oh, yes.
You wouldn't think that you had those kind of turnovers.
On this floor to boot. Ellis has it, dribbling on the red towel. 17 up, 6:30 to go here in the first half. Kicks out to Norris, over to Cash in the corner to Sublett, looking for Bowles. They get it down into him, guarded by Ryan Talent. Tough pass to handle. Norris did it. Puts it off the window and good.
Another good strong move.
You know, Norris off the bench has 5 points. Rondell Green over to Walker. Missed it. Good strong rebound right there by number 20. Sublett gets it up front.
Glasgow
court.
fans were looking for a foul there.
Oh,
good
what a
rebound, Rondell Green.
He's going to go all the way, lays it up and in.
I like him going right there after Ellis, too. Ellis had to kind of let him go, couldn't afford to pick up that third foul.
19 up. A great rebound. Uh-oh, they got the drop on a bad shot by Bowles. He had the drop on Ryan Talent, but missed the shot badly. Porter Bunton hands it off to Talent. We're going to get a foul on Cash. Ryan Talent will go to the line, shooting one in the bonus. Jacob Hall returns along with Andre Bledsoe.
You got Jacob Hall coming in for Nate Walker, and then Andre's coming in for Chris Porter Bunton.
Connor Glass, the sophomore's coming in, number 40.
And you got number 34 coming into the game for them, too. Looks like
Hoffman.
Mecca Huffman, that's a senior.
He had a nice game against us the first time. Had 10 points off the bench. Talent at the line, shooting one in the bonus. Ball in the air, good.
Ryan's looked really good at the free throw line tonight.
That's his second point, looking for one more. Ball in the air, good. 21-19, Warren Central leads at the 5:22 mark here in the second quarter. A good game so far. Marred early with a couple early turnovers by both teams. Long jumper, good. That's a three out of the corner by Glass. And Glasgow take a 1-point lead. Hall has it back to Bledsoe, over to Rondell Green. Over to Donovan Hosel on the dribble, back to Rondell. Kicks it to Jacob Hall in the corner to Bledsoe. Puts one dribble down, cross court to Jacob Hall. Hands it off to Donovan, missed the runner. Nice rebound right there. I believe that was Huffman. Ellis hands it off to Glass. There's a tough shot right there. Good shot. Huffman hits another one. It's his first two of the night. Wow.
He's really good with that one-handed runner.
The Dragons come right back, and Donovan Hosel, a one-hand runner.
I kind of like this pace, though, for us, I think, though, Sean.
Glass again for three, missed it badly. Donovan Hosel will track it down for the Dragons. Pitches up to Rondell Green. Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Donovan with the jumper, missed it. Rebound, Quentin Ellis. 24-23, Scotties. Glass fakes a three. Kicks it down into the left corner. Bowles will take a long three. No good. Knocked out there. Jacob Hall has it for the Dragons.
Take it to him, Jacob.
Oh, there's a block. Who got the block?
Bowles got the block, number 15. He knocked it into the hands of Quentin Ellis.
Well, he saved Quentin Ellis because Jacob Hall was going right at him and could have picked up his third foul, but Hunter Bowles bailed him out.
I still like the move, though, by Jacob. I mean, with him having 2 fouls, you got to go right at him.
There's a steal by Bledsoe. See, he's going to go all the way in, lays it up, missed it. There's a steal. No, it's back on the floor. We got a jump ball.
It's going to be a Glasgow ball.
It's going to stay with the Scotties. They were trying to call a timeout, but he don't want it now. He got the ball back. 3:04 to go here in the first half. 24-23, Scotties lead by 1. Number 32, Miles Norris, will inbound it right in front of Scotty's bench. I don't know what the holdup is. Here we go. Just under 3 minutes now here in the first half.
Been a hectic pace here lately, but really not a lot of points scored.
Now we got some turnovers sprinkled in there. Ellis has it, guarded by Walker. Good D so far. Ellis goes in, throws up a wild shot. He can't even touch that ball.
There we go.
But, you know, he can't even touch that ball. You can't pass it to yourself. But we'll take the foul. We're going to go down and shoot free throws. But I thought the refs missed that. He threw up a wild shot, never draw iron.
Now we need to take advantage here, Sean, and see if we can't get some free throws.
Bledsoe will be at the line for the Dragons. Shooting 1 and a bonus. Andre hadn't scored yet. Let's see if we can get him going. Bledsoe at the line, 1 and a bonus. Here comes the first shot. Up and in. All knotted up at 24. 24-24. 2:39 to go here in the first half. Second shot for Bledsoe. Ball in the air. Good. Dragons take a 1-point lead, 25-24. Here comes Ellis walking it up. Gets it across the timeline. Jacob Hall will pick him up right there. Kick it down the corner. Tough shot right there. Air ball. They're going to call it off Porter. No. I thought they were going to call it off Chris. I think it may have went off Norris right there.
Somebody from Glasgow was flashing to the bucket. I believe it might have been number 34. Knocked it out of bounds. We got Donovan Hossel back in the game here for Jacob Hall.
Hunter Bowles returns for the Scotties. So Ellis, Harris, Sublett, Bowles, and number 32 Norris, the 5 for the Scotties. Walker, Johnson, Bledsoe, Hazel, and Porter Bunton for the Dragons. Walker back to Johnson, guarded by Harris. They skip it on in there to Bledsoe. He lost the ball, still on the loose. Should be Dragon ball, and it is. I tell you, Andre just got the... He's having
a little butterfingers here tonight.
Well, he's going up against a big kid down there. I don't know if that's affecting him or usually very short-handed. Let's see if we can't get him going. Hit his last 2 free throws.
Glasgow's packing it in here on this zone.
Donovan's going to right there at the free throw line. Short. Bledsoe with the rebound, puts it up. Missed it, but drew the foul. That's going to be on 20, isn't it?
It looks like it is. That's going to be his second. That's a 19 foul, so it'll still be 2 shots.
2 shots coming for the senior forward, Andre Bledsoe of the Dragons. First one in the air. Missed it off the back iron, no good.
I like the way Donovan flashed to the bucket there. You know, I think that's where he's very effective, and we got him the ball in a good position to shoot, too.
Second shot for Bledsoe. Good. 26-24 Dragons. Ryan Talent will return. The junior forward will replace the senior forward.
Ryan Talent's come in and played some good minutes for us here in this first half with Carver having 2 fouls.
Yeah, Byron Carver, one of our go-to guys, been on the bench the whole half after picking up that second one. Ellis has it, guarded by Walker. Oh, nice steal by Porter Bunton. On the move. What a play by Ellis. Throws his hands up, Just got him in the passing lane, knocked it away, saved a layup. A turnover gives it back to Glasgow with a chance to tie or take the lead. Long three, no good. Good rebound by Norman Johnson Jr. He's on the move. They're going to get a charge on that. You know, usually Norman will pull up and take that jumper right there, Jim.
Yeah, I believe that was the right call. He just was a little out of control. Probably got him in trouble as much as anything. Rondell Green's coming in for him. Coach is talking to him over on the bench. Just telling him he needs to look at pulling up and distributing the ball somewhere.
All right, Quentin Ellis has it in front of the Dragon bench. The Dragons lead by 2, 26-24. Harris has it. Back over to Norris. Back to Harris in the corner right there to Huffman. Bowles is in the paint working hard. All right, Jeff Hall, the head coach of Glasgow, yells out one shot. We're approaching the 20-second mark. There it is and gone. The Dragons lead 26-24. Walker backs off of him. I tell you what, he can pull up on a dime on you on a three. Got to be real careful here. There it is. Little long on the three, knocked around. Rondell Green lets it fly off the glass, and that will do it for the first half. The Dragons lead the Scotties at the half, 26-24. Back with second half action in a moment. All right, Jimbo, we got some stats there, brother. Yeah, go ahead, fire away.
All right, Sean, here we got the halftime stats. Both teams got several players that scored, pretty balanced scoring for Glasgow for their 24 points. Leading the way is Quentin Ellis with 5, and he got those early. And then number 32, Miles Norris, has also got 5. Parker Cash with 4. Hunter Boyles with 3. Connor Glass came in and hit 1 3-pointer for his 3 points. LaJuan Smith has got 2. And also then, I guess that's Mecca Huffman has also got 2 for their total of 24. They're shooting 36.4% from the floor in the first half. For the Dragons, leading the way is Donovan Hossel with 8 points. Next is Nate Walker with 7. He had his 7 very early in the game, the first 7 points for the Dragons. And then we have Andre Bledsoe with 3. Rondell Green with 3. Ryan Talent with 3. Norman Johnson has 2 to give us 26 points for the Dragons. Dragons are shooting 42.9% from the floor in the first half.
Kind of some balanced scoring on both sides, it looks like, Jim.
And both teams are shooting really well from the free throw line as well. Glasgow was 7 for 8 in the first half for 87.5%, and the Dragons were 7 for 10 for 70%.
What's the rebounds look like? We got 15 total. We're out rebounding them by 3.
Right. And which is a good stat because a couple of the big guys that Glasgow has down there, they got a little bit of a height advantage. And again, a lot of this happened with Byron Carver sitting over on the bench.
11 turnovers for the Scotties, and we have 9. That's something that we need to get a hold of. Little too many, and some of them are just unforced.
Right.
No doubt about that. We're about 1:30 away from the second half tipping off, or actually we won't tip it no more. The arrow will go to Warren Central. They'll have the first possession. Stay tuned for that in a moment. All right, folks, welcome back to EA Diddle Arena on the campus of Western Kentucky University. This 4th region matchup, the second half about to get underway. Warren Central leads Glasgow 26-24. A good first half. Had a few early turnovers. It looks like both teams are settling down a little bit. We ought to have a good second half. The Dragons will get the first possession. Donovan Hossel will inbound it to Norman Johnson Jr., and here we go. Norman has it, top of the key. Over to Donovan, back to Norman. Kicks it down to Nate Walker in the left corner, back to Norman.
Looks like we're trying to hit Donovan coming across the zone there, right there in the middle. There's a 3. And nice shot. They were content to kind of sag back, and Donovan Hossel knocked the 3 down right there at the top of the key. 29-24. Ellis to Smith to sub it, back to Cash. Back to Ellis, drives in. Ellis will draw the foul. That's going to be on Byron Carver again.
Well, I tell you what, they've just taken Byron out of this game.
I can tell you right there on that play, number 15 Boyles just absolutely just backed up into Byron, and I don't see how in the world, if they're going to call a foul on anybody, they should have called on his own teammate.
I don't know how that even happened. That's the third foul on Carver. I mean, Byron's one of our go-to guys, and he's barely been on the floor. He's got 3 fouls. Let's see if we can't pick on somebody else besides Byron Carver. Johnson has it. Tough jumper. Missed it. Rebound. Get his own rebound. Here you go. Good hustle right there by Norman Johnson Jr. Bledsoe, little jumper in the lane, up and in. 31-27, Warren Central.
Actually, Norman's hustle actually got us to 2 points there.
Long three, good. I tell you, Ellis lets that thing fly quick, don't he?
Yes.
That's Ellis. It's his 11th point now.
And he's got a lot of confidence, too. He's one of these kids that's just not afraid to pull up there and shoot it.
31-30, Warren Central by 1 after that big three. Oh, nice pass down to Bledsoe. Finds Hazel, lays it off to Carver, up and in. Hey, and he drew the foul.
That's going to be on Boyles, I believe. That's going to be his second foul. That's going to be the second foul on Glasgow here in the second half.
Byron Carver broke into the scoring column. Now he's trying to add the free throw to complete the three-point play. Ball in the air, short. Rebound, Bledsoe. Boy, he comes streaking in there. There's a block. Parker Cash got the block on Donovan. That's pretty hard to do.
Yes, it is.
Ellis still on the move. Walker in front of him, over to Cash. Down to Sublett on the left side in front of Scotty's bench. Ellis top of the key. Jumper no good. Smith goes high. Got the rebound.
I believe we're going to get Byron Carver again. Yes, it is. That's his 4th. I guess it's one of those nights Byron that time was just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Free throw no good.
Well, this is tough. Only played just a little over a minute here in the second half, and he's having to sit down again.
He picked up 2 quick ones right here in the third quarter, as he did in the first quarter. Smith at the line. Missed the first one, got the second one. 33-31, Warren Central leads by 2. 5:46 to go. Bledsoe has it, lays it off to Ryan Talent, up and in. Nice pass from Andre to Ryan Talent. He laid it off the glass for 2.
Ryan's came in and played some really good minutes tonight.
5 big points. Parker Cash off the glass.
He's played with a lot of confidence, a lot more confidence than I've seen him play a lot in the last several games.
35-33, Warren Central by 2. Walker has it, kicks it over to Norman. Norman's going to go inside, the one-hander, missed it off the back iron. A good move by Norman.
That is a good move. I'll take that shot anytime. He's going to make those a high percentage of those.
Absolutely. Just couldn't get that one to go. We're at the 5-minute mark, third quarter. 35-33, Dragons lead by 2. Been a close game throughout. The jumper no good by Sublett. Knocked out of there. It should go to the Dragons.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been any question. Both referees, one was running down the floor.
I don't even know how the guy on the baseline didn't see. He's looking right at it.
Well, if anything, they could have called a foul on the Glasgow guy for coming over and trying to tip it to his teammate.
Norman walks it up into the front court for Warren Central. Over to Donovan. Finds Bledsoe. Back to Donovan. A little jumper. Good.
Tell you what, he's shooting the ball very well tonight.
13 points for Donovan Hazel, the senior guard for Warren Central. Back to a 4-point lead. Steely Harris for 3. Good.
Quick timeout for Glasgow. They're going to call a 30-second timeout.
We'll stay right here. A 30-second timeout called by Jeff Hall, the head coach of the Glasgow Scotties. At the 4:24 mark, Jim, what about that jumper right there by Steely Harris?
Well, it looked a lot better than his last shot, but Again,
he pulled the trigger on that one.
Sure did.
37-36 now, Warren Central by 1. Been a very good game.
Yes, it has.
I don't think anybody's got up by more than 5. I think 5's about it.
I agree.
And you knew going into this game it'd be this way. 2 top teams here in the 4th region battling it out. What's on the table is a trip to the championship game tomorrow night. Playing Bowling Green High.
Coming out of the timeout, Glasgow switched to the man-to-man now. They come out of the zone.
Johnson has it. Over to Walker. Walker still has his dribble alive. Cash on him. Over to Bledsoe. Back to Norman. Right in front of our table. Over to Donovan. He's going to go all the way in. Lays it up. That was a good foul because if he didn't, that'd have counted.
Yeah, Donovan was going to score a bucket there if he didn't foul him.
They got him on the back of the hand, knocked it loose. That's on Sublett, the senior. You know, he's been in foul trouble too. That's his 3rd. First free throw, rattled in there.
That's where Donovan being left-handed, that probably hurt him a little bit. He could have maybe finished that, you know, being a left-handed player. He had to use his weak hand to try to put that one up, but a nice free throw there to put us up by 2.
Well, he shoots far off the line, don't he, Jimbo?
Yes, he does.
Second shot up and in. Looks like it works for him. 39-36 Dragons. 3:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ellis has it, guarded by Jacob Hall, who just came in, along with Rondell Green. Good D right there. Hall's having none of it. Cash goes in with the one hand, missed it. What a block out by the Dragons. That ball hit the floor. Donovan Hosel ran it down.
That's good defense for Jacob Hall, too. I think, you know, Ellis, you can see him kind of directing traffic and trying to get people out of the way. And
oh, better hurry, Chris. Porter Button gets it back. Almost a steal. There is a steal. That's too lazy of a pass. A block right there by Porter Button. How'd they keep that thing in bounds? Jumper, no good. Donovan Hosel has it running the other way for the Dragons.
That was probably a good job by Donovan just to kind of hold it up there and try to.
Coach Unsel's having a quiet word with Chris Porter Button about that last pass.
Yeah, it was a lazy pass, I agree.
Well, he had the right idea, but just a little floater.
Yeah. When you get an athletic team like Glasgow, they're going to typically pick those off. Yeah, that's where, you know, just watching them in the huddle right there, Coach, I'm not sure if you saw what Coach Oldsel did. You know, he chewed on him a little bit, but
picked him right back up, didn't he?
Grabbed him by the head, give him a kiss on the forehead, and let him know that he's got faith in him.
And he's still out there. That's what I like about Coach Unsel. He gives you a chance to work through some of these things. 39-36, Dragons lead by 3.
You got to think this being on a big floor, you know, first action that sophomore like Porter Bunton has had a chance to play in a big game like this. So there you go.
That's going to be a block.
Yes,
that's a good call.
Yeah, that is.
If that's Sublett, that's number 4, not Smith. Let's see.
I believe that's still going to be his 3rd. He hasn't played a lot of minutes tonight either. He's been over there on their bench a long time.
Andre Bledsoe returns. Ryan Talon will take a seat. Ryan's done a great job tonight for the Dragons.
He's been very solid.
Pitched in 5 points off the bench. Oh, they had it right there. Donovan lost it. Parker Cash with the steal. Hands it off to Ellis. Over to Norris, goes into the paint. Somebody throws that thing out of there. Who was it? Bledsoe, it looked like.
Well, I'm not so sure that the Glasgow player didn't throw it out.
He may have.
I think he knew he was going to get it blocked. He made it look good. He made it look like he got it blocked.
Norris will inbound, number 32 on his back. Gets it into Harris. Guarded by Jacob Hall. Over to Ellis. Rondell Green on him. Long 3. Good. That was a bomb, and we're all knotted up. 39 up. Here comes, that's a block right there. Well, they missed that foul. Steely Harris got by with that one.
Number 34 tipped that in.
Huffman comes up and in, tipped it in for 2.
Glasgow Faithful is up now.
First lead for Glasgow in a long, long time.
I'm like you. Donovan got fouled going in there.
Oh, absolutely got fouled.
I believe we got a mismatch there, though. I think Donovan can take this kid if
they get it down into Bledsoe. He faces the defender. Puts a couple dribbles down. Lost it. Norris with the steal.
Tell you what, they're letting them slap at the ball quite a bit because, same thing happened there. They just slapped at it. And a little mishandled by Andre, too.
Jacob Hall is doing a good job on the ball. Look at there. Parker Cash goes in for 2.
Might be time for a timeout, Coach.
We're going to get Nate Walker, Norman Johnson.
Andre turned his back on that play. He can't do that. If you're going to foul him, you just got to make sure that, he doesn't put it in the bucket. Make him earn them at the free throw line.
Drake Riley will return for the Dragons as well. Parker Cash at the line to shoot 1. Got the bucket to go. 8 big points, looking for number 9. Ball in the air. No good. Rebound, Porter Bunton of the Dragons. 43-39. The biggest lead of the game for Glasgow. Drake Riley has it over to Norman. Out to Porter Bunton. Over to Nate Walker. Goes in, hands it off. I don't know if
somebody knocked it out of his hands and Andre picked it up.
A break for the Dragons. Johnny on the spot was Andre Bledsoe, and he picked up and laid it in. Here goes Harris with the left hand. No good. We're going to get another foul down there. This Huffman's coming in with a lot of energy.
Yeah, he's that situation there, I thought he was over the back a little bit, but somebody for Central's got to back him out there.
Yeah, he come in over the back, no question. But like you said, if you're not going to block him out, you got to block him out. Ball in the air, good. 5 big points right there off the bench.
That's 3 right there real quick. Got the follow-up and now a free throw.
44-41 Glasgow. A minute to go here in the third quarter. Second shot up and in.
Looked very confident standing up there, too.
45-41. Scotty's lead by 4. Drake Riley over to Porter Bunton. Oh, it goes right around the defender. They blocked it. It's going to go off Warren Central. Well, Chris had to step on him. I'm surprised that they were able to block that with no foul.
Well, we get Donovan Hossel and Ryan Talent back in the game here for the Dragons.
Huffman will inbound to Ellis.
I wouldn't be surprised them holding it for one shot here. Looks like I see Coach Hall over there holding up one finger, so this is where a kid like Ellis can really help you.
Ellis still has the dribble alive. Over to Harris. Back to Ellis. Walker guarding him close. Approaching the 20-second mark. Come and gone here in the third quarter. Ooh, tough pass right there. Walker's wanting to call on Ellis. He ain't going to get it. The call goes against him. That's his second, team's 5th.
13 seconds to go now.
Norris will inbound for the Scotties. They get into Huffman. Hands it off to Ellis. Walker back on him. Goes around the back. Kick it over to Norris. Long jumper. No good. We're going to get the whistle on Ryan Talent.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough call in that situation.
I don't know. I didn't even see him do anything. That's a long rebound.
The thing is, if you call that, you got to call the over the back that the Huffman kid had a couple plays ago as well too. You just got to call it. You're going to call that one.
The Scotties will be in the bonus the rest of the way in this ball game. Hunter Bowles, tough shot, no good. Threw up an air ball. After 3 quarters complete, the Scotties rally and go up by 4 over the Dragons, 45-41. Back with fourth quarter action in a moment. All right, folks, welcome back to EA Diddle Arena. Fourth quarter underway. This game has been a good one. The Scotties rallied, took a 4-point lead, and they get the first possession here of the fourth quarter. 45-41 Glasgow. Jim, they're just getting more shots than we are, ain't they?
Yeah, that quarter there.
Ellis goes up, and it just got blocked underneath the own basket. Should be Dragons' ball. Let's see. Whoa, what happened there?
I guess they're saying somebody for Warren Central tipped the ball as he went up, but.
Oh, my gosh. He just threw that up on the back of the glass. Get it down to Cash. He throws it out to Harris. Harris gives it off to Quentin Ellis for Glasgow. Long three. No good. Bledsoe, nice rebound by Andre. Finds Norman. Here comes the Dragons. Back to Norman. Bledsoe with a jumper. No good. What a rebound by Porter Bunton. Finds Ryan Talent. Lays it up and in.
Oh, come on, number 15. You know you fouled him.
Ryan Talent. What a rebound by Porter Bunton. He finds a streaking Ryan Talent. He lays it in and drew the foul. 45-43. One shot coming for Ryan. Ball in the air. Missed it off the front edge.
Guess they're going to call a lane violation on the Dragons, it looks like.
They didn't say who. I didn't see it. Harris has it. Oh, almost a steal there. Here comes Sublett. Wheels in. Out of control. Here comes Johnson. Over to Porter Bunton. Boy, they're getting by with a lot of hand checking. You can just see they're about knocking him off his dribble, Jim.
Yeah, I thought.
How can we not get a call right here?
I thought Quentin Ellis should have picked up a foul there. Basically botting up. But you got to give the Dragons credit. They're played hard and actually a good follow up there by Ryan Talent. If Chris Porter hadn't got fouled, he was right there to put it back in.
Porter Bunton at the line to shoot two. Ball in the air. Missed it. It's 45-43. 6:52 to go in the ball game.
Just take your time there, Chris. Put this one in. I think a whole lot of it with him tonight's been nerves a little bit. This is a big game for him, but he's playing hard.
Second shot up and in. Attaboy.
Hey, get him off that zero.
Harris has it. A lot of pressure back there. They stop the ball right there. Get it out to Cash, who goes in. Block. Nice block by Ryan Talent. Bledsoe still has the dribble. Be careful here.
Yeah, timeout. Good. Yeah, Donovan Hostle's got to come back and help him there. He's picked up his dribble. Donovan just ran by him.
Yeah, that's what Coach Unsel's saying. I believe it's a full timeout. It is a full. We're at the 6:30 mark, 45-44. The Scotties lead the Dragons by one. We'll be back after this timeout in a moment. All right, both teams back out on the court. Porter Bunton will inbound for the Dragons. Nathaniel Walker has it. He had 7 points in the first quarter and hasn't scored since.
I don't know how many. There's a shot for him.
Long three. That's short. Tipped around. Who's got it? Porter Bunton comes down with it. Kicks it back out to Walker. No good off the back iron. 0 for 2 that trip.
It may have been the first 2 shots he's had in a while, though, since early in the game.
Ellis has it for Glasgow, walking it up. Kicks it over to Parker Cash, to Harris in the corner, to Sublett, to Smith, rather. There's look at here. The Dragons had it.
He's called timeout, yeah. I believe Glasgow's going to get the ball.
Just picked the ball up. There was 3 Dragons right there, and we lost it to Scotty. I don't know how that happened. It's a 30-second timeout by Coach Hall.
Bulls turned the ball over. I mean, really, we got the play we wanted. It just somehow we didn't end up with the ball.
We had a couple opportunities to corral it, couldn't do it. 5:49 to go in the contest. It's been a good game. Neither team has led more than 5, I believe, Jim. Halftime is a 2-point game. It's a 1-point game now. Scotty's lead by 1, 45-44. 5:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Smith will inbound. Block! It goes right to Smith. Oh, my gosh. Did you see that? We get the block on the jumper by Bulls. It goes right to Smith. And Donovan will pick up the foul. The bucket's good. Here's the free throw by Smith. Up and no good. Rebound, Ryan Talent. Gets it up to Nathaniel Walker. 47-44. Scotty's lead by 3. Over to Chris Porter Bunton. Goes all the way in. Misses the shot. Parker Cash comes down with it. Ellis dribbling out in front of us. Over to Parker Cash. Over to Harris, back to Ellis. Ellis goes all the way in off the glass. 49-44. 4 straight points by Glasgow. Over to Andre Bledsoe. Back out to Walker. Over to Chris Porter Bunton. Over to Donovan. Donovan will go all the way in. The one-hander missed it. There's Ryan Talent. Gets it to go, and he draws the personal. I'll tell you what.
He was above the rim there, Sean.
9 big points off the bench for Ryan Talent. Looking for number 10 here on the free throw. Who was that last foul was on?
I didn't pick it up. I would say
either.
It's got to be.
Ball in the air. We got it to go. That was a huge play. The Dragons fell down by 5.
I believe they call that on Parker Cash is who I believe they call that on. That's his 3rd foul.
Hey, did you hear that? Western's leading Denver at the half, 34-31. That's going to be a silly foul over there. They foul Ellis.
Well, I got to hope he's going to miss it.
He don't miss many.
No, he doesn't.
It's 49-47, 4:39 to go. The personal was on Norman Johnson Jr.
See if we can't put the whammy on him here, Sean.
He's an excellent free throw shooter, Jim. I think 100%. Got the first one to go. 50-47.
17 points now for
he's played a great game. Second shot coming for Ellis. Good.
Full timeout, Glasgow.
Glasgow calls a timeout. They have 2 left. 51-47. Dragons trail by 4 at the 4:39 mark. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors tonight, War Production and the Batter's Box out on Old Louisville Road. Thanks to those 2 businesses for supporting Dragon basketball all year. So hats off to Junior Duff and Patrick Edmondson of War Production, as well as Rick and Derek Alfonso out the Batter's Box. We'll take a quick break. Be back in a moment. All right, back to EA Diddle Arena. I believe that halftime score, if I'm right, Western was up on Denver at the half, 34-31, I believe they said. Here we go. Walker has it. Finds Donovan right there at the elbow. Over to Norman. They're trying to get inside. They do to Carver. Good defense by Hunter Bowles. Johnson kicks it back out to Walker. Over to Donovan.
It's good patience for the Dragon. Make sure that they get a good shot here.
Approaching the 4-minute mark, the Glasgow faithful on their feet. Here goes Donovan up around. They get a charge on Donovan. Boy, for a big guy, he sure went down awful easy under the goal. See, that's where high school needs to invoke that rule.
Mm-hmm.
He's standing right with a dadgum goal. That should never be a charge. Never should be a charge. Smith will inbound, gets it to Ellis. 4-minute mark approaching, there it is. Kick it out to Harris, long three. Missed it. Long Hunter Bowles with a big rebound.
Yeah, and you can see now Glasgow's going to try to pull it out. They did this the other night against Clinton County, and it didn't really pay off for him too well.
Well, you're not going to get a foul on that when he's the one creating the contact. Ellis is going into Donovan right there. Oh, my gosh.
How did he make that shot?
We might be in trouble if that's going to go in.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
He threw up a prayer and had some serious English on it, and that thing dropped in. 53-47.
This prayer was answered on that one for sure.
The Dragons need a bucket here, and there's a long three. Good! Nathaniel Walker. The long three. Boy, he hadn't scored since the first quarter. Boy,
that's a big shot right there, Sean.
Man, we needed that. The
big
three
shot
by Walker, a full timeout by head coach William Unsell and the Dragons. 53-50. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. Scotty's lead by 3. All right, here we go. We're promising a wild finish in this one, Jim. That's what it looks like it's going to be.
Well, actually, Sean, one of the stats that our stat department gave to us here to start the game off with, when you're looking at games 5 points or less, Warren Central is 7-3 this year, 7-1 in the last 8 games, and Glasgow is 2-4 in games.
Oh, look at there, a steal. Walker goes up, around, lays it up. He drew the foul.
Parker Cash's 4th foul there, too, I believe, Sean.
Boy, that's a tough break for the Scotties. Smith took off down court, and they threw him a pass. It went right off his leg. Walker got the steal and went right to the bucket and drew the foul. 2 shots from Nathaniel Walker. First one up, off the front of the rim.
He needs to take his time a little bit more.
It's a big mess right there.
He's got plenty of time. He just needs to stick it in.
Here comes the second shot for the junior guard. Ball in the air. Good. I cut it to a 2-point game now. 53-51.
That Miles Norris coming in the game there. Looks like he's going to take the place of LaJuan Smith.
So Cash has got 4 fouls. It'd be good to get him out of there. He's a good heady ball player.
Boy, Parker Cash just about took out his own player.
we're going to get a reach from Andre Bledsoe, and that's 10 fouls on us.
Yeah, 2:46 to go, Sean. They're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Parker Cash is senior guard, number 4, will go to the line to shoot 2. Here at the 2:46 mark, as Jim said, they'll go the rest of the way tonight in the double bonus. All right, here comes the first one. Ball in the air. No good, off the back iron. Big miss right there. Here comes the second shot for Parker Cash. He's got 8 points on the night, looking for 9. Left that one short and it rolled out on him. Missed them both.
We got what we needed there, Sean.
Norman has it right in front of our table. Almost lost it out of bounds. Over to Walker. To Andre, puts it up and in. Boy, I don't know how he got it to go.
Nice strong move.
What a move by Andre Bledsoe. We're all knotted up. 53-53.
You saw Ellis trying to draw the foul out front there on the screen.
They wasn't having none of that,
and the referee basically told him to get up.
We're approaching a 2-minute mark to go in the contest. We're all knotted up at 53 apiece. We're under 2 minutes.
They're holding it out here at half court, and Coach Hall basically giving the signal just to hold it there.
They got to count now. There you go. Norman made him count there for a second. It's a tough matchup right here. Throws it up and in.
He's going to call charge. That's just going to be his 5th foul. I believe he got a charge underneath.
Oh, it was.
I thought the guy out front here, I believe, was going to call a foul on the Dragons.
A charge on Parker Cash, and that will end his night.
And you know what?
And maybe his basketball career in high school. You never know.
You noticed when you were commenting earlier about the charge that the guy for Glasgow took underneath the bucket, the referee that was standing over here close? That's the guy that just made that call. So, Sean, you helped us out.
Well, I pulled the mic back so he could hear me a little bit.
He kind of looked over his shoulder at you. So,
all right, here we go. Minute 30. 53 up. Andre Bledsoe with it right in front of us. Whoa, look out. Over to Donovan Hosel to Norman Johnson. Man, is this a tight one, folks. All knotted up. What's on the line tonight?
Yeah, I believe I'd let Donovan work one-on-one on this kid here. I don't think he can guard him.
Long jumper. Missed it. Hunter Bowles comes down with it. I want Donovan to drive right there.
Yeah, I do too.
He settled for the long 3. Now we got to contend with Ellis. And man, is he a quick one. There he goes. Throws it up. Missed it. Hunter Bowles puts it up and in. Glasgow leads by 2.
Glasgow's going to call timeout here too. It looks like it'll be a full timeout. There's going to be 1 left in the game for them.
Hunter Bowles with a big defensive rebound and gets an offensive board and put it back in for 2. And that's the difference in the game right now, 55-53. Scotty's lead by 2. Just under 46 seconds to go. And we'll take a quick break, catch our breath, be back with the conclusion of this game. All right, here we go. The Scotties have 1 timeout left. The Dragons have 2. The arrow is pointed the Dragons' way. That may be big, Jim, later on.
Yeah, it could be. The 18 fouls on Glasgow as well, so if they happen to foul, we're going to be shooting bonus, and then we'd be back in the double bonus ourselves. Obviously, we're over 10 team fouls ourselves, so 2 shots for Glasgow if they happen to go to the free throw line.
Walker has it right in front of us. Over to Donovan. Good job by Ellis. They took that play away. Here goes Donovan, up and in, missed it. Tipped. Johnson has it. Fakes the three. Down to Bledsoe. Lays it up and in. We're all tied up.
Full timeout right here for Dragons, too.
55-55. Whoa, Nelly. A lot of people had their hands on that one.
Boy, what a flurry there, Sean.
Woo! I tell you what, Quentin Ellis did a great job of taking that three away. We were going to go with the three.
Yeah, coming in the timeout, you could see that play setting up, and you're right. That's a smart senior on Quentin Ellis's part that he could see the play developing, and he took this three away from Nate Walker.
Absolutely, but they were able to get it down in there, and the senior, Andre Bledsoe, got it to go and knotted this thing up at double nickels, 55 up. So both teams have one timeout. The arrow to the Dragons. Oh, for a tie ball right here, huh?
That would be great. We'll certainly take that, Sean, if we can get it.
26.3 seconds to go in the ball game. Jim, I may have to get up and move around a little bit. I'm getting a little antsy, brother.
I wonder who's going to get the ball.
I don't know. I'm going to get up and stretch my legs. Man, what a finish. I tell you what, a jump ball would be huge if you can get a tie up. All right, who's inbounding down there? Is that 32 Norris? They're doubling up on Ellis, trying to not let him get it. They get it up to Hunter Bowles. He hands it off to Ellis in the backcourt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. That's a horrible call.
Well, the only good thing on that.
How in the world do you call that? Ellis to the line to shoot two. Ball in the air, got it. Unbelievable, Jim Cummings.
I agree, Sean.
That is absolutely horrible.
You have that situation in the game like that. The only good thing is there's plenty of time still left.
Second shot up and in. Off to Norman. Guarded by Sublett. We got to go. 13 seconds. Go.
We got to get a shot.
Here goes Walker. Down into Bledsoe. Lays it up and in. Tie game. No foul. No foul. That's going to fall to the floor. And we're going to overtime.
Yes, sir. Boy, Sean, I tell you what, that was another great pass by Nate Walker. I wasn't sure we were going to even get a shot off.
Woo! Nathaniel Walker threaded the needle. And the big fella, Andre Bledsoe, laid it in. He laid it in with about 3 seconds to go. And we're all knotted up at 57. Wow. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. All right, here we go, Jimbo. Did you sign up for overtime?
That's fine with me. As long as we can pull it out.
It is right now. I'll tell you what, I was worried we didn't go get a shot. We didn't even start moving until about 13 seconds there. Ryan Talent will tip right here against Sublett. A 4-minute overtime, folks, for you at home. 57 up. Each team gets 2 timeouts. Here we go. Ball in the air. Controlled by Glasgow. Here comes Ellis. Ellis, a long jumper right there. Bounced around, no good. Hunter Bowles gets the rebound. Puts it up and in.
Tell you what, that big body just hard to get moved out of there, Sean. That's a couple of those that he's got.
He ain't been much of a factor until late when the money was on the table. You got to hand it to him. He's got some big rebounds. That's another offensive rebound and a putback. He's got 7 big points. 59-57. Scotty's by 2. He goes up and under. That'd be Dragons' ball.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
A good move by Walker.
He just couldn't quite reach the other side of the rim there, Sean.
Norman will inbound. Norman Johnson for the Dragons. Looking, gets it into Donovan. Donovan puts a little floater up and in.
That's what he's got to do right there.
17 big points for the senior, Donovan Hansel.
That's his strength. That's what he's got to do, especially a 22 guard name. I don't think he can reach the ball on him.
59 up. Ellis has it. Still dribbling. Still has his dribble on the move there. They're trying to get a screen from Hunter Bowles.
I'd like to see him call a moving screen
there
once
it is.
there.
Nice spin move. Lost it.
There we go. It's our ball. Good double dribble. I'd like to see him call a moving screen out here, though. Bowles is just, he kind of keeps moving out there when Ellis is dribbling the ball.
Yeah, Hunter Bowles is out there. Looks like he's doing a lot of moving screen, as Jim alluded to. That did not work out. Let's see if the Dragons can take a lead.
Let's get the lead here, guys.
59 up. Approaching 2.5 minutes to go in this overtime period. Donovan Hansel has it.
We got to reach. There we go. It's going to be number 5, I think.
That'll be his third. He had 2 in the first quarter, and that's only his third.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, he's some kind of player. He's leading all scores with 22.
He is.
1 in the bonus for Donovan Hansel, the senior. Ball in the air. Got it to go.
Good shooter's touch right there, Donovan.
60-59 Dragons. 2:33 to go in this overtime. If you want to get home early, forget it. Second shot up. Oh, it bounced out there like a piece of popcorn. Bledsoe's got it. Finds Carver. Good.
Good hustle there, Andre Bledsoe.
Andre Bledsoe, Johnny on the spot, got the loose ball, and Carver was there for the finish. No good. Bledsoe again with a rebound.
Put it up. Give it up.
Here comes Johnson. Going to go all the way in. Missed it. Donovan has it. Look out.
Bulls trying to snowbird, and you got Ellis down the floor. We're 5 on 4 right here. Oh, come on.
You can't do that.
Not with us having the ball.
You can't do that.
You can't not call it dead with us having the ball.
You can't do that, guys.
And I guarantee you he's faking.
I hate it. The young man's down there hurting, but you can't do that. Well, we're going to take a break. Hopefully Ellis is all right. I don't know if it looks like a cramp maybe, Jim.
Either that or it's an ankle, one of the two. The way he's acting, it acts like an ankle there, Sean, but I don't know. I think he's trying to get a little sympathy from the referees. Just asking my opinion, that's what I think's happening here.
Let's see. We're going to take they're going to get him up.
He's walking off the floor. He's walking gingerly.
I don't know if it's a cramp.
I think it's an ankle. That's what he seems like. He was.
Well, I tell you what, if he don't return, that's a huge blow.
Yeah, they're looking around his ankle area.
With him on the bench and Parker Cash fouling out of the game. The Dragons have the rock. They're up 3, 62-59. 2:02 to go. I hope he's okay. He's a heck of a player for the Scotties.
Yes, he is.
Norman has it under 2 minutes. Sublet out on Johnson. They're counting for some reason. He wasn't even that close.
No, it didn't look like he was close at all.
Over to Donovan, right in front of the Dragon bench. Over to Carver.
Yeah, make him come out. Make him come out.
Carver over to Donovan. Harris on him. Whoa, dangerous pass. Johnson has it, backs it back out. Over to Carver. 1:25 to go in this overtime.
Yeah, I don't think Bulls can cover Carver way out on the floor like that either. I think we have an advantage there.
There's a foul on Harris. I think Hall was yelling for a foul.
Yeah. We ran off a lot of time, Sean.
We did. We started that thing at 2:02. It's 1:17, Jim. The possession started at 2:02. We took it down to 1:17. And now we're in the double bonus with Donovan Hansel at the line shooting 2. Ball in the air. Got it.
Boy, he's stroking that. A lot of confidence there at the line, Sean.
19 big points for the senior Donovan Hansel. 63-59.
Well, Ellis is back in the game, so I don't know that he was hurt that bad.
Well, good to see him back out there. Second shot, up and in.
Right in the bottom. Nothing but net on that.
A timeout, a full timeout it looks like by head coach of the Dragons, William Unsell. 64-59, 1:17 to go, and we'll take a quick break as well. Whoa, hang on, folks. A wild game tonight here at Diddle Arena. All right, we're back to EA Diddle Arena. I believe Sublett for the Scotties will inbound, number 20 on his back. Ellis right there, double team with Bledsoe and Walker. Harris is trying to break free. They get it into Norris, back to Sublett. Back over to Harris. He's going to break the pressure. Somebody cut him off. Whoa, almost threw it away. Sublett has it down into the Bowles. Tough shot, no good. Rebound, Bledsoe had it, lost it. It's going to go over the Dragons. I believe Norris was laying on out of bounds on the baseline. It hit off of him and trickled out of bounds. A minute to go, the Dragons lead by 5. 64-59.
Drake Riley coming in for Andre Bledsoe.
Riley will inbound. They get it to Walker. Glass is on him. May have to get a timeout.
Timeout, yes. Good call by the coach.
Well, we were almost 7 seconds deep in that. Didn't look like we were going to get it over the timeline. And that is the last timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here.
Glasgow has 2 left, so you know what they're going to try to do. They're probably going to try to go for the steal. And if they don't get it, I can see them putting the Dragons on the free throw line. And then they're probably going to try to extend the game by, if they can score, they're going to call timeouts to try to set up their defense.
Well, like you alluded to, they do have 2 timeouts, so they're able to do that. The Dragons just spent their last timeout.
Actually, in this situation, too, I see Ellis is over on the sidelines again, so I don't know what's going on there. He's standing down at the end of the bench.
I don't know. He's holding his foot. There's a quick foul. Donovan Hazel will go to the line to shoot 2. 1 second came off the clock.
2 shots. 2 shots here, and it looks like Andre Bledsoe is going to come back in for Drake Riley here for defensive purposes.
I tell you what, I hate it for Ellis down there. He looks like he's in pain, Jim. Something has got to be wrong there. He'd be on this floor. Free throw for Donovan, missed the first one.
He backed away from that. I saw how he stepped back away from the free throw line.
He did.
Got to stay in there and make them good here, Donovan.
64-59, Dragons by 5. Looking to go up 6. Ball in the air from Donovan. Got it.
Look much better.
Harris has it, clock running. Don't be fouling out there. Walker had it. Walker had to steal and took it right out of bounds.
I believe someone over from the Glasgow bench helped him out a little bit there, too, Sean. I believe they were reaching for the ball, too.
Almost a great steal. Sublett will trigger it into Harris. Harris goes into the paint, off the glass, and good.
Just what we said would probably happen. They get the bucket and call a quick timeout. That's the 5th point for Harris.
That's a nice move right there.
It sure was, and we used the glass really well on that play, too.
The junior guard got that one to go. Has done a good job in the absence of Parker Cash, who fouled out. Harris has 5 points.
34, Huffman's coming back in the game. If you remember, he's the one that's kind of got a couple tough rebounds.
He did.
He looks like an athletic player, so I'm sure they're trying to get him in here for some defensive purposes. Well, not sure what's going on with Ellis, but he's not down at the end of the bench at this point. So
let's see if he's back in the huddle. He might be coming in. I don't know. I can't see him over there. He must have rolled an ankle or something.
Either that or have they taken him to the locker room?
No, he's over on the bench.
No, he's over on the bench. I see him. He is still walking gingerly.
All right, Drake Riley will trigger the inbounds. Looking, gets it in to Donovan Hazel. There's the foul by Huffman, number 34.
It's going to be his first.
And Donovan will go back to the free throw line.
They're going to make us try to earn it here at the free throw line, Sean, so we got to hit them.
That's what you do. Just think it was the old days, one in the bonus still.
Yes.
Really make it tough on you. Donovan will have the luxury of having 2 shots. Here's the first one. Up and good.
See how he stayed on the line and it nothing but the bottom of the net.
66-61, Dragons lead by 5.
Bulls comes back into the game for Huffman.
Hunter Bowles, big kid down there. Second shot up and good. Dragons lead by 6. Sublett gets it in to Norris. Throws it up to Harris.
Tough
Almost
pass.
threw it away. Harris goes all the way in, lays it up and in.
They're going to call timeout again. It's going to use their last timeout here. We almost had a steal there, Sean.
We went for the steal. We didn't get it. That's a full timeout. The Dragons lead by 4. A 2-possession game with 31.8 seconds to go in the contest. And before I forget about it, let me give a shout-out to my buddy listening tonight, Derek Alfonso. How you doing out there, Derek? We're going to take a quick break. Be back in a moment. All right, Drake Riley inbound. Looking. Get it into Carver. Carver back to Riley. Riley's holding it. Gets fouled right there. Looks like Huffman, wasn't it? Huffman,
yes, it was. Looks like they've been doing that offensive-defensive substitution, and it looks like Ball's back over at the scorer's table to come back in for Huffman. Get him back on offense. That's Huffman's second foul. 2 shots here for senior Drake Riley. See his dad sitting across the side over there.
Drake Riley here shooting 2. Ball in the air. A little strong on that one. Hit the back arm. Second shot coming for Drake Riley. Ball in the air. Got it to go.
Just like he practices.
That ups the ante to 5. 68-63. Dragons lead by 5. 28.3 seconds to go here in the ball game. Sublett running the baseline. Gets it in to Harris. Harris on the move.
We just got to make them use some time here. No fouls here, guys.
Harris over to Glass. Down
right, there you go, right through his legs.
A bad pass. Glass threw it right at Sublett's feet. It goes right out of bounds. Dragons ball.
All right, substitution again, offensive defense here too. We got Drake Riley back in for Andre Bledsoe. Drake throwing the ball in.
They get it into Nathaniel Walker, and he's fouled. Let's see, I think they give it on Sublett. If they do, that's his 5th. Let's see. Now they give it to Glass. 68-63. Nathaniel Walker, the junior, with 11 big points. The first one missed it. Hey, let's say hello to our buddies up there in Owensboro. Listen to the game tonight, Waldrop and the boys.
Also, we're going to say a shout-out to my 2 sons that I know both out them traveling for their work, and they're both listening tonight as well.
Absolutely. My son Jacob's down in Florida. He's down there taking it easy this week. Second shot up and in.
Okay, 2-possession game here still. 6 points.
69-63, clock running. Long three. Got it!
Bam.
That's going to do it. Here goes Donovan. Boom! The two-hand dunk.
And he picked up the foul here, too. Guess they're going to call a foul, number 22.
Oh, baby. Did you see that, folks?
Well, you could see he was lining up for that. Once he had the breakaway, you knew what he was going to do with it.
Donovan Hazel, the two-hand slammer. 71-66. It's all but over now, folks. The Dragons will march on till tomorrow night to play in the 4th Region Championship game against their rival, the Bowling Green Purples.
Be the fourth time.
Fourth time in a row.
What a lot of people thought would probably happen, Sean, but, again, this region very strong this year.
Got it to go.
Great game by Donovan Hazel.
26 points for Donovan Hazel. The senior guard. Did he pick a time to have his best game? Just get away from it. Long three. No good. The Dragons move on. They beat the Scotties 72-66 in overtime.
What a game.
What a game. We're going to get the player of the game here in a moment. We'll try to give you some totals as well. Stay tuned for that. All right, folks, welcome back to EA Diddle Arena. We're going to hand it off to Jim Cummings. He's going to give us the totals tonight. Go ahead, Jimbo.
All right, Sean. Great ball game. We're going to start off with Glasgow. For this last game as a senior, Quentin Ellis ended up their leading scorer with 22 points. It's a shame that he ended up getting hurt there near the end of the game. Also in double figures was number 22, Steely Harris, with 10 points. And then Hunter Boyles ended up with 7 points. Parker Cash with 8 points. He fouled out tonight. Micah Huffman had 6 points. LaJuan Smith with 5. And then also Milas Norris, number 32, with 5. Connor Glass had the 1 3-pointer in the first half for 3, for a total of 66 points. And the Scotties shot 23 for 54 from the floor for 42.6%. 3-point field goals, they were 5 for 14 for 35.7%. And on the game for free throws, they were 15 for 21 for 71.4%. For the Dragons, ended up with 72 with this overtime win. Leading scorer was senior Donovan Hosel with 26 points. Also in double figures, we had Andre Bledsoe with 13 points. Nathaniel Walker had 12. Ryan Talent came in off the bench tonight, Sean, with some big points. 10 points off the bench. Nathaniel Walker with 12. Byron Carver was in foul trouble tonight and had 4 points. Norman Johnson with 2. Chris Porter Bunton with 1. Rondell Green with 3. And Drake Riley with 1 for a total of 72. We shot 48% from the floor, 33.3% from the three-point line, 3 for 9. Then we were 21 for 31 from the free throw line tonight for 67.7%. Turnovers, Glasgow had 16. Orange Central had 15. And then on rebounds, the Dragons had 35, and the Glasgow Scotties had 28. So, what we were expecting an overtime game, the stats were pretty close. Probably ended up shooting the ball ended up being the difference.
Absolutely. What a ball game. And the final was 72 to 66. With that win, the Dragons upped their record to 25-8, and the Scotties will end their season 23-8. And that's a great team over there with Glasgow. Hey, they give us all we wanted and more.
It was a heck of a ball game.
I mean, that last play at the end of regulation for Andre Bledsoe, the senior, to come through with 3 seconds on the clock, laid that thing off the glass. No bigger shot than that.
No, and that's just it. I mean, I think you look at it tonight, Scotty's had 2 players in double figures, and Warren Central ended up with 4. So I think our balance, goes to show we don't have just one player that, we have to depend on.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to try to get the head coach of the Dragons, William Unsell. I know we wanted to get Donovan Hosel. I talked to assistant coach Arnold. They want to get these kids home. A quick turnaround for them. They want to get them in bed. So congratulations to Donovan Hosel. Here's the big guy right here. We're going to hand it off. All right, we got the head coach of our Dragons, William Unsell. Coach, wow.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Heck of a game. We knew it would be.
I'll tell you what, brother, I about lost my mind when Bledsoe hit that one right there at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
Tell me about Andre, because in the first half, it looked like he had some nerves going out there. Had some turnovers he usually don't have.
Yeah.
But, man, did he finish strong for us down the stretch.
Well, and Andre's biggest key is being aggressive. He got all the talent in the world. He just not, sometimes he come out and he has to get a feel for how the game's going. Then after a while, he gets going. It's almost every game he comes out a little timid. Then all of a sudden he finds his way around and, he get a couple rebounds, a couple baskets. He guards you all the time now. He's a physical specimen. He'll fight and guard you down there at all. He was big for us. He was
real big. Let me ask you real quick, because I know you got to get out of here. Tell me about the early foul trouble with Byron Carver.
Yeah.
We really wanted to get on Ryan Talent. Let me tell you, that kid come to play tonight.
He did. Well, we talked to him for 2 days.
I think he had 11 points, didn't he?
Yeah.
10 points off the bench. Something.
Yeah.
You're not even counting on that 10.
Well, you know what? I was counting on him to play. Just because of their sheer size, I was counting on him to play. And he didn't play much against Russellville at all.
Right.
It was a matchup.
Right.
They played a bunch of guys out on the floor. And I told him, I said, look, get over that. I said, get over that and you're going to play.
Hey, he played. He
You're
did,
gonna play.
Coach. 17 minutes tonight.
Yeah, he was great about it. He was great about it the whole way. He didn't pout one bit. He was ready to go. I mean, he's a heck of a teammate is what he is. He's a great kid. He played 30 seconds. You can tell in some kids' body language, not Ryan. Okay, Coach, I understand.
He'll get out there and play the 30 hard.
Yeah.
Real quick, the senior Donovan Hazel. Wow.
I mean, I've been
what a ball game.
I told him, when we lost the Bowling Green Region Finals, that he needs to be on the floor for us to be really good. He's the only guy that we can't be without on the floor. I can't replace him. Now, we can sub some other people around, like Ryan came in from Byron.
Right.
We can sub around and make up for other people. There's no more Donovan sitting on the bench right now.
No, there's not.
And he's staying out of foul trouble. So, we're doing all right now.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Get out of here.
Thank you.
Go in there and enjoy it with the troops. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, that's the head coach of the Warren Central Dragons, who are victorious tonight in this huge, huge game. They win in overtime, 72-66, and the season marches on for the Dragons. Jim, we knew it wouldn't disappoint, and it didn't.
Well, the good thing is we get to see each other tomorrow night, Sean.
How about that? We get to do it again.
We'll be ready for it.
I'm not going to say it, but you got a lot of pressure tomorrow night. Because last time Ryan was in here, we pulled out a region championship.
Okay.
It may be on you.
Let me see what we can do. I'll tell you what, if it ends up anything like that game last year, I'll take it.
Oh, me too. I'd love that. Well, for everybody here tonight, War Production and my partner Jim Cummings and all of our sponsors, this is Sean King saying good night, everybody, and stay tuned tomorrow night, Region 4 championship game, Dragons in the Purples. Stay tuned for that.